Okay, everybody. It is actually time to move on. So we are in part three, as you saw. Oops, some light. We're in part three of "You Are My Sunshine" for Hutchinson Community College, and their director Neil Alsop, who was able to join us on the stream briefly last night. And some of the members of Badinage, a couple of members of Badinage checked in, and a bunch of old friends, and so here we are, moving forward. So I'm gonna. What happened last night was I lost about an hour and a half of my writing at the end of the night when I went to a break. I did a be right back, and I had a little card up on the screen to do the be right back business, and it turned out that I didn't remember to undo that when I came back and wrote. So I was talking to myself the whole time, so that's no good. But I did about an hour and a half of work without putting it on the stream. So I'm gonna obviously recap and get this started here. The first thing though that I'm gonna need to do is go ahead and share this morning that I'm writing. So here's my link. Starting up again for day 2 on this chart. Streaming the arranging process for "You Are My Sunshine." Part 3. It's always kind of hard to know how to do these, but yeah, the via YouTube thing I'll get rid of, tweet that out, let everybody know that I'm doing this, and let's get started. So thank you for your patience as always with me getting the socials out at the beginning. All right. So I'll play through it so we can see where it's gone, but I'll tell you that I have reached which part? We got through the chorus. Gosh, I can't remember where I was, but I really hope I got the chorus done last night before, on stream. So then I ended up toying around with this new section a bit, and I also don't know how much of the writing of this made it on there, but may just be lost. So okay, here we go. I'm gonna play it from the top. So I basically started the transition into the second verse, which is going to be a solo for female singer. And so here's the top. It's oops, pardon me. So that little thing, the thing I left with at the end is particularly hard. Now I'm actually gonna so that when I go through and play it again, I've actually got some dynamics sort of worked out. I'm gonna get this started because the levels aren't balanced, and so I can't get the full effect of it yet. So I'm not gonna put. Let's see. I might hide. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide a double piano on this. This keeps it kind of quiet, and then it's gonna start with mezzo forte. So I'm pretty fine starting the whole chart at mezzo forte. And then the hey you are you, like let's just say this all crescendos to roughly forte u dot, and then subito mezzo forte here. I should have Twitter up just in case I'm not making any noise. And again, and Amy Nolte happens to be watching and helping me, and I don't know it, but I'm not gonna take the time to bring it up right now. But I should have had it. So anyway, okay, and then we're gonna just, I think, call it the decrescendo for the band, and then they're already marked at mezzo piano, so I'll just get them. I mean, they're marked at mezzo forte, so it's not a huge difference, but just I'll indicate that it's gotten a little softer. Oh no, you know what? I think this is okay staying strong. It doesn't have to get softer until here. In fact, let's just match this. I think that's fine. Who dat the other? I mean, I'll just call this mezzo piano. I dreamed I. Put the crescendo in here. I guess we'll call this mezzo forte. See, I feel like it's cheating a little bit that I imagine I'm getting any dynamic change between a mezzo piano and a mezzo forte, but it's just, I include it along the spectrum so that people can sort of subdivide all these dynamic changes into more more subtlety if they want to. See, no real change here. This is still mezzo forte at this point. And here, yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way. So, I said mezzo, but that really is just piano. Well, eventually I'm gonna wind up moving all my dynamics a little bit. So I'll go ahead and move this one now. Ba 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 ba. So this is really mezzo piano also. There's a lot to it here. I haven't figured out what the piano does in this spot. or maybe, no, maybe we're going to start this at mezzo forte along with, to sort of match the da 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 stuff, and then bring it back here to it's kind of a subito move. Man, this looks really gross. I don't like how this is. It's just so cluttered. But I'll spread it out later. Let's say that this is a little miniature crescendo into a mezzo piano here, so that this builds a little bit on the ooh. And then let's call this kind of a half bar crescendo. Not enamored with the layout of this right now. But anyway, I'm calling this crescendo into mezzo forte. Ugh. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da. And then just go ahead and write a crescendo and say that this just now gets to forte. I think they'll probably get to forte sooner in real life, but big problems. So what actually was supposed to happen there is entering a forte. Okay. You are. See, mezzo piano to huge. You are my sunshine. Now make sure that I have. See, I'm just going to give them the mezzo forte early. I'll give them. They're not really crescendoing here. You are my sunshine, a cappella break. And then what I haven't done yet, and why this really hasn't sounded complete, was that the double forte wasn't yet written for the band on this stuff. Actually, this is all double forte. This is just super strong here. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I call this forte? No, man. No, yeah, it's huge. What am I doing? Of course, this is double forte. Is the second one? The second one, to me now, I guess, can be a little bit. Yaron is back to help me out again today, and he's letting me know what the levels are. So let me dig into that. So I need to set the dynamics. You say in the stream, volume wise, when the full score was just playing, the volume of my voice was too low to hear. Just in case I was explaining things, well, I probably was. So what I think I can do is let me work on this a little bit. The audio from my mic, I believe, can get a bit of a boost here. So I'm gonna bring that up, not quite double. How is that? Just a little bit more. Hello. Let's see if that does any good for us here. I lost my control there. Okay. So hoping I'm here. Let me just say 170 or something, and then I believe the computer audio, the screen capture audio, may be a little too loud, and So I'm going to bring that back, and hoping now that this works better. So let's see what that's like. So here's the loudest moment, Jeroen. I'm going to play the little transition thing. And I'm talking over it, and so I'm wondering if, as I'm talking over this, you can hear me, what this is like, or if you lose me too much. But here's the new setting, thanks to my friend from across the ocean. Further I can. I have room to do that. There comes some more of a move. So let us see how this goes. So trying again. You Are My Sunshine, testing it out. New level here. And so I'm talking over it now. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Okay, gonna still work on it then. Let me get more out of my mic. Yeah, so I'm doubling the level on my mic now to see if that helps a bit. And so let's see. SPLDLTA Arco. Modern Choral Geniuses live. Where? Holy crap! Let me watch them work. Thank you, if you mean that about me, but oof, that's a lot to bear. All right, so I'm gonna play it again, Jeroen. We're now down to. I've made massive changes, but I wonder if it will have that effect. Here's the loudest part again in my chart so far. Oh. I don't know why I forget this. I'm gonna behind the scenes here. I have to push this button to make the changes live. So it's very likely you just now heard me suddenly a lot louder. And you're likely to hear the choir way softer. Those changes weren't making it in, and I kept playing this, so I'm terrible at this, man. I gotta get better. Okay. So here's what the new level sounds like on this. Am I able to talk over to it? Am I able to talk over it and have it sound about right? And now the answer is probably no. You're way too loud. Check, 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 check. So, Mr. Janssen, let me know if, others, let me know if you have your own opinions on this. Mic positioning direction might help. Well, okay. Dang, am I still too soft? All right, let me get closer to it then. I'll go ahead and put it in, in this proximity here. Way better. The level is good to me. Zoroark is liking. So we'll see how we do. I really want this to get better for you guys. Way better. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to preserve this, and I'm going to, on my end, hit save, so that the next time I open, this is the setup. So, okay, goodness. You know what? Let's do. Okay, this is still only, how much music is this? So it's 2.5 minutes of music. Okay, last time. Oh yeah, the last little section here. I need to fill in with make sure that the dynamics are the way we want them, and then I'm going to play it again in that context. Boop ba 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 bee. Okay, so let's just say that this is going to be another crescendo to just double forte. that. Let's just move this back. Right, you make me is the crescendo, and then that'll make more sense to the band, and they can all kind of flow with this a little bit better. Okay, so I like things that are way better. I'm sorry it's been bad thus far, but it's a long game. I have a whole lot of music to write this summer, so we'll get plenty of good sounding interactions. Sorry. When I talk while doing a thing like this, sometimes I start to wonder. My voice starts, or my words start to get dumb, like they're doing now. Okay. You'll never know. Now, to me, this is forte in the vocals. You'll never know, D. And this is like mezzo forte. This is a little bit overkill, possibly. Because, okay, solo can be that, but I don't know. I guess I'm going to keep the overkill up because I really want to shape these dynamics and make sure that this has the flow that I'm imagining. It seems obvious to me based on the height of the note and how fat the chords are and the vowels and all that, but I don't know. Yarun says the lag and latency not helping with giving feedback, which I totally understand. We're just by default, I think, roughly 10 seconds behind one another here. I think you may discover it was more. I don't know. But anyway, yes, that's how internet and streaming works. Everyone knows that. Thanks for adjusting. You're very welcome, and thanks for the help. I mean, I am sorry that it's kind of poor. So this is gonna fade from a mezzo piano, but then it's gonna come back to mezzo piano because I don't mean for this to be. This isn't supposed to be that soft here. The timing of this solo I can tell is going to be really challenging. So this is mezzo forte for a moment, and then mezzo piano here. The solo here can be mezzo forte while everything else remains mezzo piano. So have I left? So I think I left these cats at mezzo piano. Let me just reestablish that that's what's happening here. Mezzo piano. And yeah, and like I said, the look of all this is a way for you to watch the live streams of sound check so you don't do it with someone else. Well, yeah. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I did watch some of last night's, and I didn't. But I wasn't picky enough. So I'll look at this one and try to get a sense for how this is working better. I know that now these aren't mastered between them. The parts of this aren't mastered. So when somebody else comes in and starts watching, or when you watch after you saw part 2, and then if you skip to the next one, it's going to sound like this right away. It might be a little. My voice is probably going to be a little loud, but. Hopefully the long game it's working out, but yeah, I need to do a little bit more. The problem is to test the live stream. I've had to actually go live and make the announcements, and I just need to look deeper in the settings and figure out how to do some off-air test or something like that. Thanks, you're saying nice things and being helping me feel better. Okay, so now I'm going to play through this one more time, and then we're immediately going to start writing because everything is written up to this point. So here's one more time. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, when I awoke, I was mistaken. Why is my voice shredded today already? And cried. I thought about making that a B flat and cried. So like the soloist thinking ahead to what the reharm is going to be. I think it'll work as it is. Building. My only sunshine. Don't make me. That part's gonna get me. That's hard. The da-ga-gong. You'll never know how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody, I'll always love you and make you happy. I mean, really gonna feel loose for the soloist and getting that across, but I think it should work. Okay, so here we are, moving. As we learned yesterday, the mode I'm in right now with this linear writing is to try to get. Boy, that was how long to get to where I'm actually writing anything in this chart? That was 28 minutes. Okay, cool. So, sorry about that. So we are. So what we learned yesterday about getting this going and overlapping and doing this linear process is that I need to get something written down for a decent chunk of it and then kind of catch up with the rest with whatever the art is of it, the stuff that's going to be different about it. And so that's what I'm going to do now. I'll always love you and make you happy. So now I figure out the phrasing for if you will only say the same. So the melody. Okay, so this could really be ad-libbed here. So I'm just gonna get something in place. Make you happy. If you were lonely, if you could only say the same. Yeah, I'm just gonna abandon the melody. If you could only say the same. If you. I hate how that is written. In fact, I had to fix the always love you too. You could always, if you could. If you will love, but only, listen, only say the same. If you would only say the same. Yeah. If you will only say the same. Only say. Say the same. Okay. Now this is. I really want to understand. Basically, I think what I really intend here is breaking it up like this, because I don't know that we're not going to be on the same page in terms of how to break up, how to break up the perception of these phrases. So I think I just want two the whole time. I admit to not having a real clear understanding of technically what's supposed to happen with the beaming here. But I got it right. So, and I think I think it's gonna be my notation is gonna be clear here, but. If you will, and see, now I lost the line under you. If you, so slow this, will always, say the same, right? Say the same. At least this lands on a downbeat that, Oh, sorry. If you will, not always, only, dummy. Apparently, this is the sentence, so I need to get rid of that. So to make you happy, if you will only say the same. See, that's sad. You think that you're committing in the lyric to actually just I'll always love you and everything, and then it's contingent upon if you will only say the same. Only say the same. Say the same. So I got to keep going. I'm just gonna. But if you leave. So again, I'm putting something in, but there might be reharm that I'm not predicting, that I don't know about yet, because I haven't thought of it. That needs to go here, and so the melody might need to be a little flexible. But let's see, 1, 2, same 1, 2, 2. But if you leave me, but if you leave. So I guess it's like but, and then across. If you leave me, if you leave me, if you leave me, leave me. Leave me, ba-do-da, me. Leave me. Is that okay? I don't know what I need to see in this 7. Me too. I don't know. I don't know which downbeats I really have to see in order to make this 7 clear. I'll probably be thinking about this for a while and come back and renotate some of this later. I don't know. But I don't want to have it slow down my brain too much, so I'm going to move on. To love another. To love another. Me. Yeah, let's hold this. Leave me. Leave me to love another. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a space. 1, 2. To love another. To love another. So it's tough, man. This doesn't seem like it can be right, but well, maybe if it's 4 + 3 here, I guess. Another. Another. I'm going to indicate the scoop on there here because I think it can be not well sung otherwise. If you only say the same. But if you leave me to love another. But if you leave me. Breaking this phrase up, maybe not the best. Oops. Dog de la Frog. I see your question. I'm going to answer it in a second. See, that's... Why does it look that way? I don't know. To love another... Oh, that's and then I think. You regret it all someday. I wonder about, I have this sense of, I just kind of in my brain heard this like bluesy, you regret it all someday. So something like that. So there's something a little uncomfortable about this 7, obviously, and then we're gonna get out of this in a second. But you regret it all someday. I wonder if it's gonna make sense to go to a bluesy thing here of some sort. So let me just put something in. To love. Oh yeah. I like to put my slurs in really early in the process, so because it just bugs me that it looks super wrong. You will only say this, the same, and this needs to be a scoop as well on same. To love another. Okay, Dog de la Frog. So you will. Okay, don't lose that. So this, basically it's just going to be a C blues scale thing, so I'll remember that from the C. So my answer to your question, when did you learn all the modern jazz reharm stuff? It's funny. I'm still learning the modern jazz reharm stuff, really. I kind of have been doing what I felt like was my own thing with it from the beginning, and it's made it really hard to teach it because I do have a few like systematic things I can help people with about it. Things like like for me, I'll say, okay, these 3 notes are going to get some sort of reharm, right, in the melody, and so let's just, I mean, this seems maybe kind of obvious, but take those 3 notes and play them as a chord, and then check out all the bass notes. You check out all 12 different possibilities for a bass note underneath it. Decide based on like recency of how we've used that note. Like maybe don't like try to travel a lot with almost an atonal bass line in a way at times. Like that concept has gotten me basically through my whole career, because then you reconcile the upper structure, and sometimes you repeat the reharm ideas so that they get a little bit more firmly grounded in people's mind. But yeah, so when did I learn it? I've never formally studied that stuff. I've gotten some feedback I did, like, Paris Rutherford had his ideas about what to do with reharm, but I never particularly learned, like, there were other things that I learned structure on, like actually how to do voicings and all that. That's just like Gary Lindsay and Paris Rutherford and Dan Gailey and all the people that I ran across, and then studying the books, like Lindsay's book, but then also Rayburn Wright, Inside the Score, big band book, and all that stuff kind of led to being here. But it is kind of an on my own thing a little bit, experimenting with different chords. Now there are certain things that just you figure out they really work, and having say if you got 1, 3, 5, 7 between two different chords, but 3 of the notes are the same, that's a really close reharm. You're not doing anything crazy. But if you get it to where only 2 of those notes are the same, now it's a little further away. And if only one note, or for some none of the 1, 3, 5, 7 are the same, and you're actually using color tones to cross over there, then it's a really distant reharm, and it's going to sound really alien to the ears. And I don't know how I've made decisions about whether or not to use one or the other from left to right. But I mean, because I really do feel like a lot of that has just kind of happened subconsciously, and it's been musical preference over the years. But on the piano front, that contributes to it. I'm a functional hack jazz piano player. I can play voicings pretty quickly, and that ends up being how I sort of intuitively from my jazz piano stuff wind up again not I can't solo all that stuff, but I wind up intuitively sort of coming up with the my preferred voicings, sitting at the piano and kind of hearing things, going for something that I'm imagining and audiating, and then trying to locate it, and then sometimes it's really straight theory. If it's like a traditional thing, or 2-5-1, or a tritone sub or something. But yeah, but UNT was very helpful in in all of that, and then really just teaching music over the years has been very helpful as well in learning how to really figuring out how I actually want to write it. So when you teach it, you really focus in. Okay. Let's see. To love another. Let me see how this is gonna go, because I want to throw in some sort of a melody for that blues scale thing. Oops, what's happening? Love you and make you happy. If you will only say the same 3, but if you leave me to love another. Wow. Oh, and I hung my head and cried, and you'll regret it all someday, which is this one, and then you'll have shattered all my dreams. This is a brutal last line of the verse every time. You'll regret it all. You'll regret it all. Regret it all. So this is gonna have to be super, super loose, and because nobody's gonna really time this out. You. So this is boom. You. Regret it. Regret it. You. Boom. You. Boom. You. Regret it all. Regret it all. Oh. Down. You. You regret it all. Someday, and then fall off. Someday. Or maybe someday, something like that. And then, so that's the idea here, right? But it's really, really tough. Essentially, I'll end up talking to Julia about it as she goes into record, and just suggest to her that she does something like this that floats over this area. And what I kind of need to do is lay something solid down in the time in the band here. So that's gonna be the goal when it's time. You'll Get it on, get it on, get it on, regret it, get it on, regret. You want you regret it all, regret, 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 regret. This is tricky stuff because I don't sing well in this style, but you want you regret it all, regret it, regret. Yeah, I have to back this up. Regret it all, regret it. Someday. Will that work? Someday. Okay, now if I make all this look readable, is this gonna make sense? Regret it. Da da da. Someday. Someday. Am I going to have a bluesy or am I sunshine because I introduced this bluesy lick right at the end of the verse? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we kind of pivot style a little bit here. Maybe that's what's going to happen. So we'll have gotten roughly 12 bars of gang go it up. I wonder if this is going to go. I wonder if it's going to turn into 6 at some point. If I'm gonna bag this because it's just too complicated. It really makes the solo tough to hear, I think. But So this should have gone out here. Sorry. I'm being pretty boring. Okay, regret it all someday. You are my, you are one, you are my, you are my. So I think man, you guys, I'm really close to bagging this 7/4 here. You know what? The reason was that I thought that boom, we're just going to come too close together. They were just going to happen in too close a proximity. But honestly, no, I need to rewrite this before I go on. I know, I hate it too. I don't like rewriting a big thing like this. But I need some bars. So how many? Oh, yikes. Okay, but no, this is the right fix, man. This is the right fix. Okay, so add, how many bars do I need to add? Like, I don't know. I need to add like 20 bars of this and then figure this out. So, this is all kind of gnarly here. But so I go back, I grab this. And then I call this is the section that was going to be 7, but is not now. And then I need to fix, so I'll just bring the first few beats over. So what's this sound like? Let's see. Just 5/1. Okay, so that's what happens with that bar. I can delete them as I'm done with them. Take the first 6 beats again. Yikes, right? But yeah, sometimes you got to do the tough thing. I know I'm sacrificing so much. No, I mean this is the thing that takes more time to do right now in the moment, but it's gonna save the day eventually. Unfortunately, I really should have thought harder about whether or not this was gonna work in 7. It just doesn't. It's just too hard to try to. It's just too gnarly to sing that solo over the top, and not quite worth what you get. I believe, in my opinion. So yeah, methodically here, just a few bars that I have to move. I have to migrate back into 6. Because this is definitely what it would have been if I had been thinking about this as being in 6 the whole time. So yeah, almost there. I just got to figure out how the solo is going to be altered. Yeah, like take a beat out of all of this. First of all, this is a double bar, and I'll always love you. So I could see, this makes sense that I could start this a little earlier now, relative to the melody. Get rid of some extra. Ooh, get rid of too many extras. Get rid of all this business. What did it do before? How long did this hold? Oh yeah, and it went to this. Let me just grab all of this and okay, so that is the slur. 2, 3, 2. Yeah, beat 3. Zip zap zoop. I think this is gonna move. This is gonna do something different. I think, and then probably. It's gonna. That's okay. Interesting. You dig this? You see what we're up to here? Okay, so we've got everything in place now. I just have to, boy, this is going to be nasty. Putting this melody back in 6 in this spot, but so happy. Yaron, I wonder how much Dorico. Yes. Okay, I need to hire you somehow. Yeah, you're always thinking of the right stuff. I should make you. Can you be a moderator for me on this thing? Handle the 4 people. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how much Dorico will help with changing time signatures like this, says Jorun Jensen. I think it works in a different way, so some things will be way easier to do. This will be way easier to do. This move right here. In fact, what I think happened last night in my in the stuff that ended up not getting recorded or getting streamed because I screwed up again, in my fits and starts in doing this behind the charts this summer. What I worked on last night was I had a whole bunch of things that I kept mentioning that, boy, this would be easier in Dorico, and I think one of those things was something I'm still dealing with, which is beaming. They have these, like, they understand invisible bar line rules, and very intuitively, and I wouldn't have to think of all this stuff. And so yeah. Okay. If you will only say the same. Bailey, hi Bailey. Masculine. Hi Kerry, I love watching your process and singing your charts in Badinage. You're in Badinage. My favorite is definitely Sound of Silence, right? I mean, you guys, I couldn't believe that last year. That group was just, God, it was a really, really, well, I guess 2 years ago it was, right? But they were so fantastic on Sound of Silence. So this one sounded great too. Thank you. I'm excited. Okay. If you will only say the same. Unfortunately, I need to fix this rhythm a lot. Be happy if you will only say the same. I think this is like happy. No, I want to put the space. If you will only say the same. Yeah, this all just has to be rewritten basically. Unfortunately. If you, but I kind of would try to do the same melody rewrite. If you will only say that. If you will only say. If you will only say the same. And I'll scoop this again. Jeroen, I just see you asked a legitimate question about, do I have a laptop I'm bringing to Europe? Would love to geek on some of the technical stuff. Yeah, sure. I'm planning on, I'm bringing my wife's laptop. I use an iPad, and not to write. I have only been writing at, my station here. But I'm going to have enough writing to do that I probably need to bring my laptop and figure out a way to write away from home. Not on stream. I'll have to do it just kind of... I'll just have to write music and not have people watch me do it. Yeah, I'd definitely be down to look at this. Some of this technical stuff about this, things that you're helping me with, it's... I won't be doing those things necessarily at if I were writing in Europe, but I'm super glad you're going to be at Trussingen. Did I remember you telling me that you were going to be there? It's fantastic. I was not totally hip to that, but that's great, man. It'll be good to hang with you again. Yay! In just a matter of, like, how long? God, a little over a month. That's Stunning. Yeah, a little over a month. Wow. If you will always say the same. If you will always say the same. Say, if you will always say the same. If you will always say the same. Wait. If you will always say the same. Yeah. I was not reading that well. Torsingen 19, baby. Torsingen 19 for the win. Most people, that will sound like I just said some gibberish. But those who know, they know. But if you leave, Exotic Life. What's up, Exotic Life? Hey, Kerry, our jazz choir loves your arrangements, especially Feeling Good. Thank you. Very, very nice of you to say that. I'm glad you guys dug the stuff. Is it your first time on Exotic Life? Where are you from? Hit me to your general location in the world. Or you can tell me which choir you're in. I'd be interested to know. If you will always say the same. Same. 2, 3. But. Okay, so that's going to happen here. Back a couple beats. 1, 2, 3. But if you. Oh, that looks so bad. But if you leave me. From Oregon. Oh, cool. Right on. Big vocal jazz scene up in that Pacific Northwest, man. But if you leave me. Cottage Grove High School. Well, cool. We'll represent. All right. I'm glad you jumped on and found what we're doing here. Leave me. 1 and 2. So yeah, this is going to be a different rhythm entirely as I sort of push this all forward. 1, 2, 3. But if you leave me to love another, bucket to 2, bucket to 2, to love 2. To Bonka, to and love another, to love another, to love another. To love another. Get rid of all that. This is gross. This move. I do not like this 20 minutes of the stream, except for getting to talk to my friends here, but no, love another, yeah. So another happens there basically, another, and we'll get them out. Man. This move caused me to really slow me down a lot. Comma. And then where does this? You regret it all. You regret it. You regret it all. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. You regret it all. I don't know about that. This is hard to count, man. I'm. You can hear that I'm clearly struggling with this, which means my student friends later in life trying to sing this are gonna have a hard time too. Do I need to compact this rhythm a little bit? You regret it all someday. No, this will be fine. You regret it all someday. Again, that's for other people to sing. I can't do that kind of stuff, but Other people meaning one Julia Dollison. Because, she can do that stuff pretty well. Okay, now we are almost ready to actually write some music. It's an hour and 5 minutes into this, and this has been a real pivot. And I haven't really come up with anything creative or reharm in the last hour. But what I'd like to do... Well, no, I do need to write this stuff, and then we'll figure it out. So the motif here... let's figure out roughly what the reharm's going to be. Okay, so we've got. Let's introduce E flat dominant. So let's go to E flat. Do you see how A, B, F work really well with E flat 7 sharp 11, right? E flat 13 sharp 11. If we're going to go dominant, and we're starting to introduce this dominant here to kind of you regret it all. Yeah, to let that lick be set up. So this is. Let's match the rhythmic content of what we've done earlier. Yeah. Let's anticipate down. So this is gonna go to D minor here. Let's do like Boda, just a slight variation. Bodam, Bodam, da, do da da. And then I don't know where. In fact, this is slowing down the harmonic rhythm anyway. So I've done this. Make you happy if you know, if you always say the same, if you always say the same, if you always. Okay, I don't mind staying there for a while. I don't know about that. And then here we're gonna move to yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this my C13. I don't like that, man. But oh well. So I've traveled down. But if you leave me. So yeah, I think it's okay. I'm working in dominant chords now a little bit more. Dun, 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 dun. Let's just hold this one out to make it really clear. So this was B13 sharp 11, and then this one is going to be B flat major. Oops. B flat major 13. I can see that working. See where this is going, fellas and ladies? Oh, yeah. What am I doing? That's this is what I'm doing. This is alt. Who was going to catch that first? Who was going to catch that? I'm just gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep descending because it's working. I know. I feel I'm apologizing, but bones, bones, Buddha. So this has been my deal with this section here. Buddha, da, Buddha, da, I think I'm gonna keep this until and actually I don't know what this is yet, but I know that this is A minor stuff. A minor 9. I don't know. And then what's left is here is A flat major 7. Did I put it in the right spot? No. And then this is going to be Jesus. Jesus. Blessed be. Blessed be the name of Jesus. 4. G13 says 4. Okay, now, someday. So how much? Yeah, because this is my. Oh yeah, this makes sense. This is my 5. 2, 3. So down, 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 and then let's do bow wow, boo way, yeah. Boom. Yeah. You regret it all. Oh no. This is that. Someday. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Got it. I know what the Let's put this. Let's put it in D now. No. What would I'm trying to picture what the next key for you are. Yeah. We're going to the key of D here. So. Yeah. Yeah, which I've just done a thing like that earlier on this G7. Because, okay, so this has got to be G7 alt. So what am I doing? Of course you write G7 alt here after your sus chord. And then... Okay, so this is G. I mean, sorry, this is just C13. Like it's all of a sudden just it's transitioned into the blues. And then this will be. So A7 alt for this bar, and then the chorus, "You Are My Sunshine." And so this will be 1, 2, 3. You are. So a totally new approach. Now using new kinds of chords. Awkward. Sunshine, my sunshine, my only sun. I'm audiating now. Sunshine, my only sunshine, sunshine, you make me sun. This is the arranging right here. The rest of it is technique, in my opinion. My only sunshine, 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 you make me sunshine. Oops. You're my sunshine. You make me happy. You make me happy, happy both night and day. I'm going to play with... Oh, I keep saying both night and day. I don't know why I have that in my head. Fine. You make me happy, happy. Make me happy, 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 happy. When skies are gray, happy, happy. When skies be. See, that's not quite the way I want it either. The likelihood that everything will actually turn out the way I'm ideating it is very small, but it's something musical that I can imagine working. Skies are gray, skies are gray, skies are gray. Gray. These are gray. And I know about this that it's I just kind of roughly hear this, but I don't know what it is yet. A minor 7 to D, something D7 at this point, and I don't know how to do it. But let me just see if I can. That's drums. Those are the bloopers on this channel. It's such a laugh riot. Okay, needed to make sure that I had that in place, because it's a little thing I was hearing that I think can be useful. But okay, friends, still going at it. Okay, so we've done some reharm. First do no reharm. Is that the Hippocratic oath? Sunshine. So yeah, we have we have a through composed chart right now. I'm not using old stuff yet. I'm gonna remember shortly, as I'm writing new stuff. I need to remember. Oh yeah, I've got old things that I can reuse, and then let me go back and try to solve a problem that I've run into or something using material in the chart. That's why this section of the writing process, even though I spent the first hour and really cleaning up things, kind of making big changes to stuff I had just done yesterday and all that, and haven't really progressed so far. Those things have set me up now with a little bit more forward direction, I think. Happy when skies are gray. This, by the way, all of this, I'm going to get rid of, I'm just going to clean the end of this chart up real quick. Other, 100 bars of 3, of 3-2, right? Okay. I feel like this is the part where I don't yet know what the harmony is, at least. But let me write the bass line. You are my bloopers for the. I mean, yeah, they're pretty boring bloopers, aren't they? But I really I wish I would have time to do like edits of these things and to go through and kind of edit some of this down into the moments where stuff actually happens. There's a lot of thinking time that is probably boring for folks, but and then maybe funny things and stuff. Okay. Oh yeah. See, I forgot this. Should I move in? Should I let's finish the vocals. Let's finish all this. Because yeah, this is gonna be D. I'm gonna go ahead and make this another D major 13. Notice that it was also in the key. It was back in G, but it was in the right key that time. So yeah, we're changing keys pretty willy-nilly here. Let me work back. Okay, when skies are great. From this point forward, let's see where our direction is right now. That 7 was a bad move, you guys. Yeah, and this pushes the chart along now that it's still in 6. So okay, yeah. What are some backgrounds gonna do here? The problem with the mic in this position is I can't see the screen when I'm at the piano, and I haven't been to the piano much writing today, so. Okay, so I'll get there with this comping. And then some C13. Jeroen says, yeah, best way to learn is to make mistakes. I agree. Learned a bunch from that method. The great thing is, this is really behind the chart. We get to see everything, a peek behind the curtain, if you will, from music theory point of view and whatever else is involved. Yeah. And I mean, there's psychology involved. There's personal human stamina involved, emotions, all kinds of things like that go into it as well. And the real life, like I'll get called away and need to do a thing or something, you know. But yeah, I would definitely want everyone to know what this actually looks like, what the process actually looks like, because it's something I'm proud of having developed over the years. But I also know that there's no way this is normal. I mean, this is not comparing, of course, but yeah, you know, it's also great when watching Jacob's live iHarmony, as you get to the process behind which is awesome. Oh, I mean, Jacob's iHarmony videos are stunning. They're stunning. I mean, it's just such a display of his genius. I can't even believe it. Oh, maybe. Oh. I think I'll just write another O. Oh. Okay. Okay, to get to that. Yeah, I love those so much, man. Let's see, do I want to go... yeah, I think I want to do the tritone inversion here. Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah. Oh, and I need to figure out what these guys are doing. Now I am writing a right hand piano part. That should have been the same voicing, I think. Let's see. Let me just work out these voicings here. I don't really know. I want a better voicing. Oh, that's a fine one. Yeah, just I need a better voicing. Sub the 11 for the 5. Done. And come up with what is essentially the same voicing I write basically every time in this spot. You do lose the sense of the theory behind all this, like when you kind of get used to certain voicings and you kind of get married to them over time as a writer. I feel like at least I've done, it takes a little bit of thought. Oh yeah, that's basically just a drop 2 with a blah, blah, blah. I end up getting this color palette of voicings, and that's not so great, really. I mean, I think it's good it's good in some ways, I imagine, and bad in other ways. But it probably limits my creativity a little bit. This is fine. It's a little hard to play, I think. But I think this is the way to get there. So again, yeah, right, using that rhythmic template, using the shape of the line, and then varying it based on the reharm, right, is the whole move here, right? And then, let's see, do I have another ba-ba, but like descending? I think this will work. I think it's just the same voicing with... Yeah. And let's not do the... and then... Yeah, breaking the form out a little bit, but just to get to this shape for the A flat that I want. And as we're kind of descending a little bit into this blues, B, ba. So it's not repeating the first note anymore, but it's going to allow my mobility. It's going to allow me some mobility to get to that warm voicing, which I kind of wanted. Okay, and then this is it's just one chord, one voicing, and then I'll do something in the vocals. Fix it now. Ba, ba, ba. So I can play this whole voicing with my right hand, but I can't play it with my left. So I have to keep going over. Second hit there. And then proper dominant. Ah, cool. Boy, Neil, if you can play all this. And then that's fine. And then and then finally we made our way all around these chords and got there. Okay, so what is really happening here? Shall we go back and listen to all this and see if this is making sense? Come out of where? Before the new thing starts happening. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you, make you happy. See what's going on? Sky is out blue, So we've got harmony here. Do you hear that? I mean, we've got like traditional, a little bit more tonal harmony happening after we've really established this like dominant is now allowed in this arrangement, basically. Jeroen says, you still need to write something for Neil's left hand too. Poor Neil. Yeah, Neil's gonna be plenty busy with all this. Yeah, we're all. I will leave this to his bass player and kind of make a transition at this spot where we no longer. I know you were joking. That's the smiley face. Yeah, where we no longer have him dealing with quite so much because he's gonna have to focus on ding 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 ding. Oof. All right. Again, it really hurts. I want to add these chord symbols to this, but I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so vocals could do some stuff there. I think I'm done with the vocal writing here. This is solo. Ensemble is out. And they're back here. I just stopped writing it. Okay, so let's finish writing. I know where it is that I need the changes, and then it'll make me feel better. It's here. Put them above the vocals at least. I know this is going to look bad when I return to it, and it does. But part of it is because of this soloist ad-lib melody note, which I'll put down here, and I think I need to... I'm going to italicize it. I don't think you're supposed to, really, but I think it sets it off from the lyrics, so that helps. Drink. Okay. Now what do we have? I'll always love... More vocals, backgrounds. Ha-ooh. So... Simple voicing here. Let's okay. Just normal voicing for this, and then that'll work. I'll do the same voicing as the piano there. Just keep it simple with the do. I'm ideating a idea of a whoa there and stuff, and it seems like it's just a little much. See, this I liked. Yeah, and this will be long in their version. So this will be like a whole note, 2, 3, and then 1, do da. Yeah, Jeroen's question is just curious. Left hand is playing when entering notes, and the right hand is changing the length from the PC keyboard. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the deal. I get my right hand on the numpad um, on my computer keyboard, and yeah, left hand is inputting notes here. So that's the move. See, I think I need to not marry them entirely. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to do the. It's just going to be a hit here. It'll be. So to get to C13, we got to keep this simpler. And then I'll fall off this chord. And so I know this is whoa. Okay. Okay, what else? Let's put the rest of this. Okay. I think we'll go with A sharp. I don't like the mixing of sharps and flats in situations like this. But okay, yeah, it's already selected. So let's go ahead and call this A sharp then. It's a little gross, but I can deal with it. Are there any words? Do. No. Do. So I do like to play with the color and shape these up and down a little bit, but I think this is not my spot. This is like ending this little phrase. In fact, I would write in just for kicks. I would write in a little crescendo there, and then what do we do? Just do. Oh, yeah. A7. Helps me to see it up here by the vocals too. It really does. Like, just to compare, make sure I got the writing correct. Okay, so you can see how the ensemble stuff, once you kind of work out what the thing is generally supposed to do, goes pretty quickly. So just back up to this part. Sunshine, my only sunshine. Okay, I mean, that's it. Nothing to do but to keep writing at this point. Let's see where we're at 3 minutes into the chart. And this is like sort of technically halfway through, so I think it's a 6 minute long chart. By the way, the fact that this chart is halfway over is daunting to me. If I spent 2 hours so far today, roughly, and I spent 6 hours yesterday, we have officially hit the average time that it takes me to complete a chart. So this is a double chart, basically, in terms of the amount of time it's going to take to put together. The recording will be a little intense, too, because there's not going to be a lot of copy and paste of the vocals. This is, I've bit off a lot with this chart, as you can tell. But I've decided to write all 3 verses. You told me once, dear, the last verse. You told me once, dear, you really loved me, and no one else could come between. But now you've left me, and love another. You have shattered all my dreams. I mean, how word painting do we get with that? How much word painting do we go into with that? It's really dark, really aggressive and dark. You've shattered all my dreams. So I don't know where this is going to go after this point, but has the female solo been rewarding enough at that point? I hope so. Okay, let's write this chorus. You are my you are my time to go. Yeah, thanks for streaming. It's pretty late over here, so unfortunately I need to go now. Man, I might as well stop since you're going to bed. It was great to have you join. And again, man, you're such a great contributor to this, and I really do appreciate everything you're saying and helping with, man. I will see you next time, or see you in Trossingen. So thanks for coming on today, man. So, how crazy do we get with this? How fast is the reharm? I think it's fast. I think it's moving along here. So so this is going to be bum. Okay, all I know is that this is, if this is E minor, then sunshine, sunshine, my own, only, so I think I like that. That's fine. So bomb. Dun, 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 dun. And I this is probably G2 or B. So we're kind of back to we're I guess we're back to our other type of reharm, the sort of non-bluesy type. So we introduced that for a second. Regret it all someday. You are my. But that was all the tension to get us to letter F, or whatever it becomes later. So it's G major 9, and this is C major 9. So a whole lot of a whole lot of majory stuff here. And then I'm going to allow for the flat 9. I'm going to have to apply for a licenser. So this is, This is one of the moves. You're going to make a move. You're going to make a deliberate move that breaks a rule, and you just hope everybody trusts that you're aware that you're breaking the rule and you meant to do it. I know what I'm going to do with this. I'm gonna notate these as two-hand voicings to make the life easier of the accompanist here. Accompanist. I used to make that mistake as a kid so much, that way of pronouncing it. So yeah, I'm gonna move some of the notes of this. To me, this is all. Nah, those are pretty right-handy voicings. No, two hands. Let's do him a favor here. So to do that through this whole section, God dang it, arranging's hard. Basically, got to remove some notes from each. Zip, zop, zoop. I will start by removing the top notes. And I will once again remove the top notes, and I think that winds up being correct here. So I've removed the top two notes every time. I've gotten rid of this extra MP. I will now It didn't seem to get rid of the other top notes. Did it? I swear I did it, but... Oh, okay. Okay, now let me just detail this. This is just too gnarly. Ugh, gross. Well, in this spot, I can get rid of the bottom notes. God, this is TDS, man. As my wife and I talked about last night. TDS. Yeah, always the bottom notes can go. Just try to do as much of this efficiently as possible, but think if I take 2 notes away, it's pretty good. And now just see what's overlapping here. So like these top notes. And I'm not going to play it with both hands, right? So, ooh, I'm starting to feel hungry. Okay, and then that should be, is that about it? Is everything else pretty much correct? Not here. These are overlapping some 5-note stuff here. Well, I'll give the right hand the 5 notes. How about that? I'm sorry, Neil. This is a lot to play, but you want this kind of a chart. Boy, we need it. I don't know. I'm just gonna play this. I know exactly where this is going. So I needed to do that to be able to do this. I just had a brainstorm about a thing I could do with these charts. Interesting. I feel like I could record myself. I could have the I could record myself basically. I could undo to the beginning. I would like create a special copy of the file, undo all the way to the beginning, and then redo in like just 1, 2, 3, 4 every move that I made in the writing of the chart, so that it would, and then I could video that, speed that up somehow, and then line it up with the demo. I don't know. Yeah, I think there's a thing to do with that. that'll work better. Yeah, I mean, I can do it later. But as another way of presenting the process on this, it seems to make sense to me. I don't know how many levels of undo. Does it have all of them? I just have to remember it. I'm not going to do it now. You make me have... Okay, so here's a little bit of reharm that I need to throw on the vocals. Okay. So what was that? You make me let's see. Okay, so if I change the pacing of that reharm move, you make me happy when skies are gray. Okay, yeah. So this is E. Okay, bum 2 3 bum bum. So this is on E minor, like with the sixth and lead, which again I've set up in the ears a little bit, haven't I? But like E minor 13, all right? Because I think it's gonna have the seventh somewhere buried in it. You make me, and then this was C minor. Bum. Same deal. It's longer in the bass, ba, ba, and then we land on F13. And then I thought I'll move this probably, but B, 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 ba, bum, bing, bing. So that was, yeah, C minor or something. This with F13 sharp 11, and then down here. Okay, so that's how we sort of solve this puzzle. You make me. Let's see. So I just need accompaniment now. So I think this is a standard C minor 9. So we're kind of changing the role of the piano a little bit and putting the roots in the bottom. Well, yeah, no, it's changing it. I haven't been doing that, so I won't endeavor to. I don't know about this voicing yet, so let me write that. See, without the support, that voicing doesn't sound great. So what I meant to do was this. Bum. And then I'll just... So, that's the move. Be when sky... Okay, and then... we just... When skies... This is straight tertian to support that voicing. Let me just fix this. Doesn't need to be rooted. Skies are gray. So how about that? This would be easier if it's written like that. Oops. Definitely not like that. And then still no bass and, no root note in the left hand. What was this move? See, my hands know it physically better than, it's faster than asking my brain to do the work, essentially. And that's why, and that sounds really weird, but. Okay, so all of that is work that basically solves what the vocals do, I think. So, first of all, I believe they should just start in octaves on You Are My. So we will do. And then bust to a chord on Sun. Reconsider based on You are my, you are my. Let's do this move. My son. Just for voice leading help, and nobody's angry about that. Simplify here. Gals all together. Aha. So again, we're allowing for this flat 9 because this is one of those flat 9s that I've kind of enjoyed. That it's a bit of a sus. It's pretty tense on that downbeat. Let's come up to lonely, and we'll make the octave. And then this, what is this? Sun. And then we can hit this. Shine. Sun, sun. Oh, wait. Sunshine. Sunshine. So let's see, did I do that right? Sunshine. Sunshine. So it's such a fast little moment, but I think the impact of it is going to be important. Sunshine, you sunshine. You make me. You make me high. Really? That's better voicing for the guys. Oh. Put a little cross voicing the altos on the less important D natural on this chord, but still good color. Leave them in the, it's a purling kind of move. And then I can leave third and seventh in the dudes, with the guys, the tenors stronger on the seventh on top. Easier voice leading, everybody wins. And then they can just keep their triad chicanery up while happy. Oh, I need some. See, this is why this doesn't look right? Need. Now, do I get to you make me? You make me. Or do I lay out the guys there? Shine, shine, you. No. You make me. You make me. Okay, this is fine. You make. I think that covers enough ground, so it's. So each chord has some completeness to it. Right way to put that. Happy when skies are gray. So you can kind of hear where that's going. So at this point, now that since we're using some dominant chords, it's basically like the whole palette that I normally work with on this kind of thing has now been revealed essentially. And so now that we have some dominance, we've had susses earlier, alt dominant 13 sharp 11. We've had the 2 over the 3rd, major chords in their regular position, minor chords sort of fleshed out. I mean, that's the palette. That's sort of the color palette on this so far, right? I mean, what else is there? I haven't done a whole lot of weird stuff like D over B flat or any of that. Could do, and that kind of color could be added later. But you look back, like here's a one color, A minor 11 over G, so a minor chord over its flat 7. But yeah, everything else is from the same palette at this point, interestingly. I mean, I guess it's minor major 7. There's one moment of minor major 7. I was mistaken. That might serve well in that spot, if that's the case. Okay, I'm moving. I don't want to slow down too much here. But yeah, thankfully we have moved forward on this enough that I feel like now the progress is around the correct pace. But sky. Okay, Sky's chord is this little tertian business with in the gals with so color, like an F sharp minor triad, right, with the 3rd and 7th below it can give you. Why did I lose my sustain? I don't really need it, but it's very strange. I like to sometimes hold down a chord a little longer. I just turned off the keyboard. Yeah, the sustain pedal just straight up doesn't work. Okay, so it's working. And then this. My sustain pedal has literally broken in front of everybody's eyes. I no longer have this sustain pedal. I have to go find another one from downstairs if I want one. Oh, wait. No, but you know what I did though? I futzed with the connection, the cable connection coming right out of it. So it's definitely the tweaky situation with the wire coming out of it. And you're like, oh my god, that's fascinating wires. Okay. Skies are... What was my intention here? It wasn't exactly this. It's pretty jazzy, that. Skies are gray. Gray. Whatever I do, I kind of want this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see what I'm gonna have to do here. These are allowed to be dotted quarters with the way I've been writing this stuff, so I'm gonna do that. This would not, because I want to see the third big beat in 3/2. So what this is a situation where I now need a second soprano and alto to be on their own little deal. I'm resisting the dominant chord here. Although I don't know why, because I haven't decided what I'm doing after this yet. You'll never know, dear. Is there anything G minor that works with this? Now, skies are okay, fine. Okay, fine. It's alt. I guess that's what my ears are hearing, and I just hadn't really fully recognized it. It's completely subjective, but I guess I'm just left with this being the move. It's just what will satisfy the ears a little bit more. So, yeah, this no longer works. And it's diesel alt. Okay. Very good. I don't know what's going to happen after this, and I have that feeling. I tend to know. I have that feeling where I'm going to need to take my mid-afternoon break at this spot. It is 2 hours and 25 minutes in. Roughly 2.5 hours is a reasonable stopping point, like I did last night. And so as I double check to make sure everything's running properly. I'm going to run the whole thing. And is there anything else I can do with dynamics and the new stuff that will help this play back better? But if you leave, that's just more of a vocal thing. Okay, so, oops, sorry. This, I'm just going to call this mezzo forte starting. You are my sunshine. I think that's going to work. Okay, so let's just listen to it one more time. And we'll take a break. I will come up with some new ideas and and come back. Again, not to fear. At this stage of the chart, it should get faster and faster because you have previous writing to call back upon. I've just been writing it pretty through composed at this point with not a lot of references to what's happened before. So it seems like the third verse, rather than being completely new, probably should have some references to that. So I'll be thinking about that over lunch. I'll sing along a little bit. Hey, hey, oh. Can't hear that E flat. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. Ba-da-da-da, my only sunshine. Make me blue and skies. Let that go for a second, dude. You'll never know how much I love you today. Please don't take my sunshine away. Always love you and make you happy. If you will always stay the same, but if you leave me to love another, I don't know how that goes. Do you regret it all someday? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are round. 73 bars of a chart. That's what we have. There's where it stops. Obviously, the next move is going to be to, as always, essentially to figure out how we handle the melody. Is it going to stay in the ensemble? I feel like I'm ready for a texture change at this point. It's very likely, in fact, I'm going to make a note about this for the next run. Solo takes over, ooh, 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 texture change. And I'm just going to make a note going forward. Don't forget to reuse some material because it's really getting to be a lot of new material in these 73 bars, and I have, realistically, I probably have roughly 100 bars or just fewer than that left to go, maybe 80 more bars to write. And this is where we really start to, we need to start helping the audience a little bit and rewarding them for listening to all the complexity that we have so far. And by playing it again for them, and in maybe a slightly different way. Now I've moved the key like 26 times, I think. So we're really not quite that, but we're all over the place in terms of where the tune itself is living. And then so that's also going to be a part of whether or not we can really reuse some material. Can I reuse it, or is it just best in the original key and it doesn't work for this one? And I'm kind of looking at this opening, which is still in 3/2, which we're in, and also who dat. I wouldn't mind to do something with that rhythmic thing at some point again. This really, the stuff at B isn't going to get reused. This was a one-time thing. I think this is a one-time shot. The big "You Are My Sunshine." This also is, but again, boogie dat. We've already set this up as this is one of our motifs that we're gonna sometimes reuse. And then there's a possibility of pulling into even at the very end of the chart. I can imagine this being part of a coda. Good sunshine. So there's all kinds of ways to kind of to get there from here, but I will wrap this for now and let this one upload. And thank you for watching. Look out! It doesn't matter. There are a couple folks watching live. Hi, you guys. I mean to come back. Probably in something like an hour or two or something. Just see how it goes. But I am going to do everything I can to finish this chart today. So that's my putting that out there into the world. Save, and